All right, guys. So I got to thank Joe from Joe's Firewood and Forestry Services. Check him out on Facebook, Instagram. Good dude. And if you're in the Twin Cities area, Minnesota, and you need any firewood or tree work done, I'd say give him a call. I'm not important enough to have a discount code or anything for you, but hey, I got a free tumbler out of it. Yeah, I like it. So I was out there yesterday. I had him run the 500i hybrid. This is for Eric in Colorado. And this is 100% not what this thing is going to look like when it's done. But the engine work is done, and I finally have this build dialed in. I haven't even said anything about this to anybody because I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag. I wanted to make sure this was going to work, and I tell you what, you can judge for yourself. I got a video of it coming up. I couldn't be happier with it. A lot of frustration, but we got it dialed in. I do have a modified bark box on it, but I do run a bark box. And then this saw right here, this is another hybrid personal saw. This one's pretty wild. This one's running the West Coast stack and unifilter, and it's just kind of a crazy saw, that guy. I brought that out yesterday too, and I was having some issues with it, but that's what happens with this completely wild off the wall stuff sometimes. But it's sorted out now, and I stole a log from Joe, and I'm gonna test it here in the shop because it's too damn cold outside. But I had Joe run the hybrid because he's better at running saws than me. That hurt a little bit to say, but it's the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. But here it is, guys. I'm not going to say what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell you what the deal is, but the long and short of it, it's a piston swap. And some other stuff. But it's a piston swap, mainly. For a lighter piston. And check it out. You be the judge. Now that is an angry 500i. So I got to thank Joe for running it. And again, it's a hybrid 500. Same with this one right here. Now, here is a video of this saw cutting. You guys have probably seen this, but without the pipe. And I just want you to notice the sound that these two saws make. So you'll hear that they sound different. That is because of the different piston. I'm not doing anything to the electronics. The people have accused me of hacking the ECU or something. I'm not that damn smart, guys. Absolutely not. I have no ability to do that. Everything I'm doing is mechanical. So the biggest problem I had was with idle and with kickdown. After full throttle, it just would take forever to get back down to idle. And you can't tune these things. I can't, at least. And everything you do has to be mechanical, so I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to explain exactly how I'm doing it, but you know, and I'm not talking cylinder work. I'm talking you have to get creative on how you get the saw to idle and kick back down and all that stuff. So again, you know, obviously I can't just tell everybody exactly how I do this stuff. It don't work like that, you know. So if people have a problem with it, I would say just try this stuff yourself. The amount of hours I put into this to get this sorted out, and yes, it is better than even a ported 500i. I will stand behind that. These things cut. I mean, that was a 36-inch bar. That log was standing upright too a little bit. It was at probably like a 70-degree angle or something like that, if my calculations are correct. So it was kind of leaned up against a wood pile from the ground. So it was, you know, you're fighting gravity a little bit. And Joe's a little taller than me, so, you know, I'm so short that it makes everything look gigantic. But I'm not that short, am I? What am I, 5'8", 5'9"? I'm probably 6 feet. But yeah, it just makes it look, you know, it's not as impressive on video as it was in person, put it that way. I will stand behind that. I think Joe would tell you too. That saw was nuts, absolutely nuts. But yeah, that was a big ass cut, buried. That 36 barely made it through. So I couldn't be happier with it. Thank you to Eric for letting me experiment on your 500i. So this is not the starter cover and fuel tank and all this stuff on felling dogs. This saw I have, it's going to be insane when it's done. But I can't show any of that yet because I want to do that all at one time. So I just put a different recoil and fuel tank and all that stuff on it. So this thing's going to be wild looking when it's done. So thanks, Eric. Thanks, Joe. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Stay rowdy, my friends.